congratulations. It seems like, first of all, you're in tremendous personal form. What's working so well for you at the moment?
I don't know. I think just consistency in playing and enjoying my football with Brisbane Roar as well. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it at the moment, and I think we've got a great environment both in the national team and with club.
So you, especially in that first half, especially in that left flank, you're sort of everywhere there, getting involved in everything. Just what went so right for you tonight, do you think?
Yeah, I think it was a different game compared to the Brazil series. That one was pretty fast-paced and a high tempo, and today we were able to control the ball a lot more and find little pockets of space. And I think, looking to create a fair bit and trying to face forward, and I think pretty much everyone did well with that tonight.
You've been here in camp for all 4 games. You've seen a lot of faces come in and a lot of faces come out. Have any of the newer players, players you maybe weren't familiar with before this camp, impressed you, stood out to you?
I think I know pretty much all of them, watching them come up through A-League Women's, and I think everyone stepped up really well, especially with this second game against Chinese Taipei. I don't think we took a backward step, and that's really important with young ones coming in to watch them back up, and I think pretty much everyone did really well tonight.
It's a really positive end to the year. We don't know yet whether, Tommy will still be in this role come February if this coach is appointed. What would you like to see in terms of A, that coach, and B, just building on the progress that you've sort of been able to make this back end?
Yeah, I think it's hard to look too far ahead. I think for us, especially the players, we just maintain the focus on where we are at the minute and keeping a high standard within the playing group. And I think Tommy obviously does a great job in keeping the environment stable for us. So honestly, I think we're just letting FA do that side of the things and keeping each other accountable.
Tameka, you've been around this team for a while. It's been a year and a bit since the World Cup, and you're still 4 games in this window and have big crowds. What's it like, and what's it like to see it continue, well beyond the World Cup?
Yeah, as a player, it's absolutely amazing, and I think it's been amazing for football here in Australia, not just for the women's game, but for the men's game as well. And then on a broader spectrum, women's sport in Australia, I think, has benefited from it as well. And I think we're getting a lot more die-hard fans, and that's absolutely amazing to see, and it only pushes us to play better and to want to get better as well.
Sian Fry's going to join us in a bit. You play there at club level. She seems to have just added that extra bit of spark. What's been so dynamic about her?
Sian's Sian. I don't know how to describe her. I think you just have to watch her play, and you never really know what she's going to pull out of the hat, which is kind of why it's so exciting to watch her play. And I think for both club and national team, she's been doing really well.
How did you find the facilities too? I mean, 7 years ago, I think we only had about 6,000 people. Now we've had 30,000 in regional venue. It's pretty exciting for us. How did you find it?
Yeah, I think it's amazing that we are consistently playing in all the big stadiums across Australia, and the facilities are great, and I think that's what Australia is really good at, is putting on sporting events and that sporting culture, and it's amazing for us to be a big part of that now.
Sorry, Jake. Yep.
You said before the players are really keen to keep a high standard within the group. What does that look like? You're kind of sending messages to each other, like revving each other up. Just kind of, I don't know, take us behind the curtain.
I think it's just a certain expectation when you come into camp, especially everyone comes from different clubs around the world, and it's about when we come into camp, we focus on our jobs in the national team and also holding each other accountable. If something's not quite right at training, we fix it, we come together as a group and we talk about it.
We've been back at Brisbane now for a bit over a year, I think around 15, 16 or so months. How are you finding when you're coming into national camp off that base that you've built up at the Roar? You're finding things, I guess, physically, your GPP coming into these camps. How are you finding the A-Leagues preparing you for the international level?
Yeah, I think, as I said, I'm really enjoying my football at my club at the moment, and we've got a young team at Brisbane, but they're all really eager to learn and to keep a high tempo at training. I think that definitely helps me coming in.
Final 2 for Tameka. Just makes, I know you don't look too far ahead, but it's not a tournament year next year. It is all gearing towards that home Asian Cup. I mean, how important is this next year in terms of just getting, I guess, everything right? I guess 6 windows before that tournament.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of other things to focus on. You know, you've still got the main focus of 2026, but for us, we would also like to improve our rankings as well. So, yeah, every game is really important to us, and just gelling and increasing our depth and consistency.
Final one for Meeks.
Sweet. Sorry, we heard that Tommy's been talking about not seeing Sam Kerr until next year, and Chelsea said it's probably going to be a few months. Yeah, what does that news mean for you as a teammate of hers? And do you have any thoughts about her recovery?
Yeah, I think it's always very individualised coming back from a major injury like that, and you know, everyone feels for Sam, and we're all right there supporting her with her recovery. And for us, it's important for her to be 100% before she comes back. So, you know, we want her for the long run, not necessarily the short run. So we're supporting her through it, and she will, remain a major part of our team.
Fantastic. That's it with Meeks.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Thank you, Mix. Thanks for warming up the audience.